After this, a bottom board is stuck on and the process is complete. Tool making is also a fundamental part of the woodworking process. It is important that the tools are made to the size of the craftsman's hands and to the shape of the vessel to be made. The gauge is also important. It is not only important to ensure that the same shape can be produced accurately and efficiently, but also because it contains a condensed version of the skill with which the woodwork was made. The degree to which this can be done depends on the ability and experience that the craftsman has acquired. The ability to discern the characteristics of each wood and bring them to life with originality and ingenuity is the essence of a reliable wood-based production system. Kyushitsu is the important coating stage of the production process. The wood is sealed with an initial layer of urushi called kijigatame, and then a series of undercoating layers called shitaji-nuri are applied, which provide the foundation for the durability of urushi ware. Kijigatame improves the adhesion between the urushi and the wood, ensures good waterproofing and strength, and reduces the risk of warping. This initial application of ki-urushi, which permeates into the wood, is the secret of urushi ware's longevity. Sap is collected from the tree and impurities are removed. In this unprocessed state, it is called ki-urushi. The urushi is then refined by stirring and heating in a process to adjust the water content. Refined urushi is much more translucent and is used for making colored urushi. Black urushi is made by adding iron or carbon during the refining stage. The nunokise process. Ki-urushi is mixed with rice glue to form an adhesive to stick hemp cloth to the base to reinforce and protect the urushi ware from damage. Shitajitsuke is the undercoating process. It consists of repeated layers of coating and sanding. This is also the stage to correct the shape of the vessel, and ki-urushi is also used between coats for fine adjustment to areas such as the rim. This process is repeated slowly and carefully to achieve the desired shape. The purpose of shitaji is not only to ensure durability. By becoming familiar with the characteristics of each individual wooden base, the craftsman is required to adjust the thickness of each coat and sanding in consideration of the structural beauty of the finished product. It is an unforgiving stage that allows no corner cutting with such high-quality standards. It is perhaps no exaggeration to say that the accuracy and skill with which shitaji is carried out will determine the overall quality and feel of the finished product. This spatula-like tool is called a hera and is made from noto cypress. The hera is made by the craftsman and finely adjusted to the exact shape of each base. For every wooden base, a variety of hera are needed depending on the stage and surface that the craftsman is lacquering. Each time shitaji is applied, the base is dried and then carefully sanded with a whetstone or charcoal before further application. This is so that fine adjustments can be made to the shape and at the same time prepares a good surface for the next layer. This series of undercoating techniques is known collectively as nuno-kisei honkataji. Honkataji is one of many undercoating processes in the urushi craft tradition of Japan. In wajima, there has always been a particular emphasis on this process, and a high level of expertise has been attained in these techniques. In honkataji, a variety of materials are mixed with the shitaji urushi, but the characteristic ingredient unique to wajima is wajima-jinoko. This is locally obtained diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is sediment formed from the accumulation of the fossilized remains of single-celled algae. This is used in wajima-nuri production after it has been dried and then baked to form powder. The small particles of diatomaceous earth are covered with small holes, and when urushi soaks into these and hardens, an extremely strong coating is formed. Diatomaceous earth also has excellent heat-insulating properties. This is a nushigura, where unfinished urushiware is stored between production stages. It is important that sufficient time for optimum drying and hardening is allowed. Urushiware is stored in this way many times during the long production process, which takes many months. The last coating stage is uwa-nuri. High-quality refined urushi is applied with a brush made of human hair. Dust is a hated enemy with this work, and the objective is to apply the urushi as evenly as possible without leaving brush marks.